Hey guys, it's Z again. If you recognize this monster, it's a Prevost. If you're here looking for information on how to change the front brake pads, and if I successfully were able to do it, then you're at the right place. And the reason why I say that is because I had never done this monster here. The brakes and the rotors need to be replaced, especially the rotors. They are cracked, and but I haven't done it. Let's just trust that the concept is the same as to replacing the brake pads, taking off the caliper, opening it up. I watch a little bit of videos on how to replace the pads, but there's nothing on the rotor. So if you wanna stick around and come with me into the unknown, at least for me, but hopefully towards the end of the video we'll be on the other side and you and I will know what to do. So stick around and let's go find out. Let me show you now that I have the light on. If you can see, oh, look at that, look at those rotors, they are way overdue. So this is a 30-ton. I gotta find a good place on the frame. I'm thinking right here. Yeah, let's try that. I hope that's not gonna bend. And the reason why I'm trying that, if you follow that same frame, it goes to that A-frame in the center right there. So it's kind of like the same part of the structure that I think it's very strong on it, or at least I'm hoping. This is my little friend. One inch breaker bar with a 33 millimeter 1-inch socket, and the pipe, because this by itself won't do it. Each one of them are 6 tons, 6 and 6, so I should be carrying 12 tons. I don't think so. I don't think this surpasses the 12 tons. This corner here. So I'm gonna loosen it up carefully and let it hang. Sitting on that one jack stand. So I'm gonna try to go into that part of the lower control arm. So my plan is to raise just whatever's left from the wheel, not the frame anymore. The frame is already resting on this jack stand. We got 2 jack stands there. We have the jack over there at the lower control arm, and the wheel is off the ground. Tire. No, a sacar. That thing is heavy, and word of advice, get you something to pry the tire, to lift up the tire from the ground so that you don't damage the threads. So luckily I don't see anything damaged here. It's a little bit of aluminum here, but that's from the wheel. Changing the brake pads is not, it's not the hard part on this thing. See, as it is right now, the hardest part that it was is for me to lift up the truck of the bus and taking the wheel off. But replacing the brake pads should be simple. We have to remove this safety clip, and then this pin will release this cross bridge that's in place, pushing the brake pads, keeping them in place. So the pads should come out upwards, straight up. And the way they get loose is that you have to go in the back. I think it's this here, this one here. You gotta take this cover. Yep. Yeah, there's a 10mm bolt that needs to be tightened up, and that's gonna in turn is gonna push the calipers inwards. These bolts here, hex, I gotta figure out what size they are, but these are the ones holding the brake caliper into the caliper bracket, and after that I'm gonna remove the bracket from the spindle so that it can release the rotor. So from our Harbor Freight shiny socket kit, we pulled these what is this, number 14. Yep, that's exactly the one we need. Let's check on this other side. Perfect. So this is ½ inch. So how to change the brake pads and how to adjust and take off the pressure from the calipers is the only information that I was able to get from YouTube. I need a short one. All right, here we go. We're gonna start tightening this up, and we should be able to see this caliper retracting if it's correct. There you go. So yeah, I was tightening them up initially. You need to, it's counterclockwise, like if you were losing the bolt. This is great. Makes it easy. Okay, step one is done. We have retracted the calipers. The next step is to remove these clips here and the pin to remove the brake pads. Remember, we're going to take this pin here, put it here, the washer, then basically I removed this pin backwards, and this plate here comes with the brakes, so we don't have to worry about that one. And you can see I have enough distance to move the brake pads, even take them off. Look at the condition of these brake pads. They are gold. The camera is positioned in front of the wheel, and of course you're on the back of the caliper. This is the caliper. This is the front caliper bolt. These are the 3 caliper bracket bolts. And remember, we had to remove these guy here in order to give us access to these last one here. I'm gonna try these. Now I'm gonna do all the front part. Since the wheel is turned to the left, I'll do everything that's related to this side here, and then I'll go in the back when I turn everything to the right, and then I'll work on everything that's on that side. So let's break this guy here first loose. Yeah. So the bolt is coming off. The bushing, the metal bushing is coming out. That rubber is gonna stay there. That's that. Let's get this guy out. So 33 with this guy here, and needs to go down a little bit, not a lot. So remember, I'm gonna hit the spindle, not the knot, not the control arm. There it goes. Okay, we'll take this one off first. Now we can go and turn the wheel all the way to the right so that we can work on the other side on the back. So I'll be back. Okay. Oh, hold on. We said we're gonna take the. Well, we can break them loose. We can break them loose. Nothing stopping us from it. So I guess the order is to do this corner one last. This is the bolt for the rear brake caliper. Okay. This is roughly like 90 pounds or so. It's not only that, it's not comfortable. The location where this thing sits is just not in the best place. Alright, I'm gonna try to secure the caliper onto this upper control arm so that it'll give me room to work. And the bracket. And now we're gonna remove all these bolts here. These are 18mm. Yep. And then you gotta lock it up. Remember how we did? Something like that. One, two, Okay, that is that. I did this because I'm thinking there's plenty of wherever I could have damaged the thread, that's where the rim is gonna sit on. The thread that we really need is outside here, out here with the knot goes in. So I don't think I would damage that at all. So this actually moved. Wow, I was able to do it. Look at that. All right, here we go. Whoa. I forgot about that part. Okay, and then we have to borrow 2 of the bolts and put them here. You'll see the thread part, and simultaneously tighten them up. The rotor is slowly coming out, so beware of your toes. Okay, the rotor is loose. Okay. Alrighty. You can see all the cracks. This is the original look at the hub and the bearing. You can see the ABS wheel, the ABS sensor there. That's what it is. That's what there is to it. Brakes and rotors. 2005 Prevost. So I'm comparing the rotors. I got the new one on top of the old one, and they look the same. They look exactly the same. I compare them side by side, back to back. Alright, so here's my new rotor. Super heavy. Alright, it's time to try to put the caliper on top of it. Caliper back into place. Something like that. So there were 2. One is longer than the other one. If I can remember, all you have to do is see which cylinder is longer, obviously. So this is the longer, is the one on the rear, that's it. We put a little bit of thread lock. Just a little bit. So that you can see what's going on here. Basically, this is high match. See, this would be too short. It wouldn't grab any of the thread. That one goes here. So here I'm gonna need my other hand, obviously. See, so it's just leaving us enough room to put the brake pads in, and that should be it. Yeah, you gotta get nervous because well, this is the first time I'm doing that, so I am nervous. It needs a little bit more beef in it. Okay. And we also need to tighten up this. Remember, I took it off yesterday. It's my 33. Okay, that's that. The next thing is just to slide the brake pads there. These are the new brake pads. I don't know if there's a left and a right. They'll look the same. I want to guess that they're all the same. There's a little bit of hardware here. These are caps for the caliper bolt and the pin and the brake adjustment. There's two of these new ones. There's two, and the hardware and the brake pads, like I said, is the same. These are the old ones. There's really no difference between them. I think it's the same thing. So let's just put them like that, one on each side. That's it. Okay. That's one. And the other one should go in. I think that's sitting where it should be sitting. And this seems a little high. Let's see. Yeah, it goes down, springs out. So now the next thing, I guess, is just to put this this in there and pry it down and put your clip here. It's the other way, like that. There you go, something like that. Look at that. Yeah, so basically you're gonna put the pin on this side here, and then on the other side you're going to put the washer and the clip. I wonder if I can push it all the way down. How else could you do that? this one here, and then the safety clip. Woo! I got dizzy just to get on my knees and get up. With this heat, the sun is already catching me here, so I'm gonna stop working in a little bit. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna adjust the brake. Remember, this was the brake adjuster, so I'm gonna turn it so that the caliper will push the brake pads and make them tight. Let's see, I'm going clockwise. Let's see. I think that's good. The pad is not swimming. Basically, I went counterclockwise. I mean clockwise on the brake adjuster, and it pushed the pad a little bit. As soon as I felt they straighten it up and they touch the rotor, see, it's moving, so it's not tight, and that's where I'm gonna leave it. Okay, I'm just gonna check that everything is in place. We got the brakes inside, we got the securing clip here with this pin and this lock, so that's in place. We're gonna torque this towards the end. We didn't remove the air brake unit at all. We did remove these bolts here, but they're tight, and we put the dust cap in the adjuster, and we did tighten up these three bolts also. We can just give it a little bump with the impact gun, and we removed the idler arm, no, tie rod. Yeah, it's a tie rod. We removed it and put the clip back, so we should be okay. We're just gonna bump it up with the impact and go from there. That is the completion of the rotor and the brake pads. So the next step is we're gonna move to change the bushings. Remember, they are cracked. They are, if you look at them, see, that one's cracked from up there, and they have too much play already in it. So same thing, gotta remove this cover here, 10mm nuts there, and then that cover comes out. That is just a plastic, and then your 18mm nuts. And remember, do it one at a time. Don't try to take both of them off, because this bar is under a lot of pressure. Really good now. It's two clamps with 4 nuts. Well, actually they're bolts. Michelle!
You don't want to see me. I come here bring paper.
Okay.
See, like, Michelle, I'm gonna hate you.
I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna put WD-40 here and here in the corners so that it'll squeeze in. Yeah. Sway bar bushings, they don't seem to never end. Ah. Okay, that looks good. Now I can put the clamp. It's hard because he hasn't closed here. You see the opening here on this side is still have like half an inch, no, 3/4 of an inch open. So we need to push so that this will put pressure on it and close it. That's why I put the WD-40 so that it'll create pressure on it. To begin with, I'm not aligned, but yeah, there it is. It's aligned. Okay, I can try to put this one in. I have like a turn and a half. That's good enough. Well, it's good enough. I was able to push it in. Well, let's see. I don't want to go get my vice grips right now. It's kind of far. Let me see if I can. Oh, look at that. Ugh. Great. I think that's enough. I can get it here. All right, perfect. Yeah. All right. That officially ends the work in this bus here. Time to put the wheel above the wheel. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Oh, that looks like a bus. Okay, it's time to bring it down to the ground. So this is the end of this journey. Thanks for coming along. Now we know how to change the brakes, the rotors, and the sway bar bushings on these monster. Hope you benefit from it. Hope it helped you. It helped me for you guys to come along and together learn how to do this. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much.